Basically, my name is Sabo, and I started editing around 2 years ago. As every seasoned video editor, I started with gaming videos, of course. I was doing that for like 6 to 7 months. That's like one my client who paid me like $12 per video, dropped me. So
$5 per video. Wow.
not the best beginnings, but humble beginnings for
Humble,
sure.
humble beginnings. Humble beginnings, bro, for sure.
I sold my dirt bike, and the same day I fucking rushed to the bank with my fucking bicycle and bought this course. I started like blazing through it that same night. What I was shocked with is that I had this feeling of like being alone in this kind of space, trying to edit videos, be my own boss, be an entrepreneur and shit. And when I entered, this perspective shifted because there were like fucking 200 other guys who were like just like me. I quickly realized that I need to up my game because these guys are fucking killers, and if I don't want to get crushed, I need to like up my game really fast. And that's why I started like learning a lot of new things, going through the course, learning the shortcuts, the techniques, the mindsets. That's the main thing, mindsets, because I used to have like a really scarcity mindset about money, clients, all that shit. And now I get to the point about like 1 year after joining the academy that I get like DMs from fucking like YouTube channels who are over like 1 million subscribers, and they're like, "Hey bro, do you want to join our team?" Question mark. I'm like, well,
They're,
I'm
they're
like, sure
reaching
thing.
out to you.
Yeah, just get a inbound lead.
What do you think your biggest struggle was as a video editor before joining the academy?
It was like mainly like beliefs and mindsets, because I wouldn't say I was bad at medical skills. Of course, I wasn't the fucking best when I did that. But it's like having, beliefs which you are like, I'm coming from background which is like not really ideal for entrepreneurship. Let's just stick with that. And you get beliefs implanted into your head, which are basically like inhibiting you from like reaching any kind of success in anything. And when I joined the academy, was surrounded by guys who were making, 5 to 10K a month or even beyond that. Immediately there's like a barrier which is like broken down that, oh, I can actually make money from this stuff. And the second thing is that, when you're like in a down bad state, which happens to all of us, like just a few days ago, I was pretty down bad because I had some issues with business. And then I just hopped on a call with a fellow editor from the academic crew, and he just helped me out like, okay, bro, just calm the fuck down and let's figure out the things. And he helped me see things through. And now I managed to pull myself together and actually finish the project. I would say it's being alone, which is a big thing for most editors, because they feel alone. They don't have anyone to rely on, no mentors, no person to learn from. And that's like the biggest thing that the academy helped me is to surround myself with other savages. So I become the next savage next to them.
Nice, man. How much were you making in terms of money? How much were you making before joining the academy? And then how much are you making after?
So before I was making around $70 per month. That's
Wow.
so
Holy
that's a new
shit,
low,
man.
I guess. After that, I made like 1.5K in 2 weeks, which is pretty fucking crazy compared to the $70. I'm looking forward to making like anywhere from 2.5K to 3K per month from just that one client, because it is a commission based one, and they're making like fucking 1K per short, and I get like 25%. And I can make as much shorts as I want to. Yeah, things are looking good now.
Yeah, fucking right it is, bro. God damn. Oh my God, that's a crazy difference. What made you choose the Academy of Excellence over like anything else, like other video editing courses, products, whatever?
First of all, like it was like, I started watching Hamza like 3 years ago or something. That's how I got to know you. And I was like, okay, like if you're associated with Hamza, then you might be like a W guy as well. And when I looked into your YouTube, I was like, oh, all right, this guy knows something. When I looked through, the landing page, it was really like promising and stuff. So I was like, I might just give it a shot. But I think what separates this from others is that, you are like part of it yourself, and you are like giving like active participation in it, active feedback, helping guys out, which is a really big one, because there might be other courses which they might be out there, but the founders might be not as active as you. It's kind of like just people that's just like circle jerking around in it. So there's no really point in that.
Thanks, man. What do you think has been the most valuable aspect of the academy so far?
I would say two things. One, as I said, like getting to know people, like I would say like connections, but that's a bit of like cringe term nowadays. But
you met another academy student, right, in London?
Yeah, I met him. Yeah, I met Krill, and
that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so this course, in a sense, funded my trip to London, which was pretty awesome. And I met Krill and my client Anush, and we hung out and everything. Embarked on a journey to London alone, first time in a foreign country. We mocked out of kids in Forza Horizon 5 in the mall and everything.
You've made a pretty good friend there.
Yeah, basically he helped me like land a client in a sense, and he gives me like a lot of valuable tips and insights. So yeah, it's making friends is a pretty big one, because that's how I got a really big client of mine. And also you get off like tips, it's like working together with other people. You get like tips, you get some insights to how they do things, and you give the insights as well to other guys. So it's like exchanging information and like experiences, which is really valuable.
Who are some of your biggest clients which myself or the academy have helped you land?
Yeah, so of course, as we all know, Hamza is like number one in terms of like size. Phenom from AMP is a big one, of course. Those two guys. Anush, isn't so big, but he has like some really good connections. So he knows like 8-9 figure entrepreneurs. So that's like a really good contact to have. And also I met him in person, so he's a really good guy to hang around with and do business with. And yeah, I really like these three guys. But this opened new opportunities, because when let's say this new client, he comes to my profile, he says, oh, this guy worked with Hamza, he worked with Phenom, XYZ, immediate like respect and like social proof. So they're like, okay, this guy knows his shit. If these guys were willing to work with him, this really they can really like get the ball rolling for me. Also, you telling me to start my X account way back then was really a good call for me, because I managed to turn it into like a lead magnet.
Yeah, so you mentioned the X profile. What sort of benefits are you getting from X after applying the knowledge that you got from inside of the academy and using the academy ecosystem?
Yeah, that was a lead W module. So I would say number one is that I get into the faces of hundreds of, if not thousands of potential clients every single day. So they cannot ignore me, literally. I'm in their faces 24/7. So they have no choice but to acknowledge my expertise in any field.
How many inbound leads do you get from your Twitter now?
Yeah, I mean, I used to get like anywhere from 5 to 10 per week. They wouldn't even ask like how much I charge. They would just pay me whatever I say, and they're like eager to work with me. They acknowledge that, okay, this guy knows his shit, so we give him respect. We give him recognition, opportunities.
What would you say to someone who is on the fence with joining the Academy of Excellence?
I would say that like you don't know what you don't know, so you might be unsure about it, whether it is worth it or not. I would say that it is incredibly cheap, in my opinion, compared to how much you get in return. So you should absolutely like try it yourself and see what is inside. All I can say is that it really like changed the course of my life without exaggeration. As I said, this allowed me to go to London, meet amazing people, meet them in person or online, get huge as clients, and then basically like establish myself as a recognizable figure in the editing space on Twitter. I went from like level 1 crook editor to like level 100 like GigaChat like editor on X. So it's basically like a cheat code to like editing, in my opinion. So if you miss out on it, then you're gonna be left behind. So I would just take the money, stuff it into your PC, and buy this course ASAP, because you're missing out on so much if you're not joining ASAP.
Thanks so much, Sabo. I appreciate it. I'm really proud of you as well, man.